And as you can see, the transmission was successful.
This might be one of the most underrated features on the Flipper Zero. We're talking about completely offline, off-grid communication between 2 or more Flipper Zeros using sub gigahertz radio frequencies. No internet, no cell towers, no custom firmware required. Let's go ahead and get started with the video. This video is for educational and research purposes only. Today I will be demonstrating communication between 2 Flipper Zero devices over sub gigahertz radio using legal frequencies and personally owned hardware.
There is an application called qFlipper that is available inside of the APT repositories. So you can actually run APT search on qFlipper, or even just Flipper for that matter, and you should still be able to bring this up. So the application is actually called qFlipper, and typically it is used to update the firmware of the Flipper Zero, but you can also use it to record the screen of your Flipper Zero. So I do already have it installed. If you do need to install this, it's very simple. Just run apt install qFlipper. Alright, so we're going to start up the qFlipper application, and it presents to us this GUI over here on the right hand side. I need to connect one of my Flipper Zeros. I'm going to connect this particular Flipper Zero that you see right here in my hand. And once I connect it, you see that it is immediately recognized, and we are presented with all sorts of wonderful information. The main reason that I'm doing this is simply to share the screen with you so you can see what I am about to do. Now, if I hover over the actual Flipper Zero, you see that you have these little icons to expand the screen. If I click on that, it expands the screen of the Flipper Zero, and you are now seeing exactly what I am seeing on the screen. And everything that I do on my Flipper Zero, you will likewise see emulated on the screen. So the first thing that I want to do is show you and verify the regional settings for my sub gigahertz frequencies. So I'm going to click on the center button. I'm going to click on sub gigahertz, and I am going to scroll down to region information. And here we have the region information for the United States, which is where I am located. And what you are provided with are all of the various bands that it is safe and legal for you and me as somebody who is operating this device inside of the United States to transmit on. This is very, very important. Very important. So this is essentially a shortcut for you to make sure that you are using the correct frequencies. And we are going to be operating off of this frequency in the lower left. This is referred to as the 915 or 915 megahertz frequency. So I have both Flipper Zeros plugged into my system. I'm going to connect to the first one by running screen followed by /dev/TTY ACM 0, because this is where that Flipper Zero is being registered in the file system of our Kali Linux machine. And we're going to give it a baud rate of 115/200. And when I hit enter, I now am dropped into a shell on my Flipper Zero. I'm going to make the size of the font just a little bit bigger, and I can actually pull up a list of available commands by typing help. Fun fact, they even have provided us with NeoFetch, so you can run NeoFetch and you can pull up all sorts of beautiful information about your Flipper Zero right there on the screen. Simultaneously, in the terminal emulator next to this one, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to run the screen command followed by /dev/TTY ACM, and instead of 0, I'm going to use 1 for the next Flipper Zero and provide it with the same baud rate of 115/200. And we are now connected to not one, but 2 Flipper Zeros simultaneously inside of the terminal. I thought to myself, if the Flipper Zero had been around during the making of Mr. Robot, how would Elliot be connecting to his Flipper Zero? And I believe that this is how he would do it, because Elliot did everything from the command line. I don't think that he would have done it any other way. And so now that we have a connection, I'm going to open up one more terminal. Hopefully you guys have seen the separate video that I created. If you have not, go check that out. I did a video showing the wonderful TLDR cheat sheet utility. This allows you to basically pull up cheat sheets, or what I refer to as TLDR pages. And I created a custom TLDR page with the commands that I am using for this video right here. And that custom TLDR page is called Flipper. I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video so that you guys can go get that TLDR page. So to pull that up, I first need to drop into my root shell and then run TLDR followed by Flipper. So here's my cheat sheet for the Flipper. So we have already made the connection, but this is the command that you need to run to connect to the Flipper Zero serial console. Then we want to start up a sub gigahertz chat. I am opting to use the 915 megahertz frequency, but once again, this is going to be dependent upon what region you are in. And if you are like me, if you are in the US, you don't have to use this frequency range. It's just the one I'm choosing to use. And finally, we're going to be making use of the internal antenna. I do not have an external antenna, but to make use of the internal antenna, you specify 0. To make use of an external antenna, you would specify 1. So this is what the actual command will look like on the internal antenna. We are going to be dropped into a Flipper Zero hacker group chat, and then we await for any newcomers to join the chat. It's the equivalent of WhatsApp for Flipper Zero hackers. So once again, I can run the help command. This will pull up all of these various commands, and one of those commands is the sub gigahertz command. So if I just run the sub gigahertz command and I do not provide it with any additional options, it will pull up this very hard to read, very hard to understand help menu. And it's very difficult to understand what exactly is going on in all of this, and that is exactly why I made the cheat sheet. So the syntax of the command is going to be as follows. We're going to type sub gigahertz followed by chat. I'm going to specify the frequency. This is going to be 915 followed by 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make this a little bit bigger so you can see what's going on. And then finally, we're going to specify 0 for the internal antenna. Now watch what happens when I hit enter. So when I hit enter, I am literally dropped into a prompt, and it is specifying.
You may be asking yourself, where did this name come from? I did not give the Flipper Zero this name. It came this way from the manufacturer. Every device receives a unique dolphin-inspired identity. In my case, this is what appears in descriptors for my Flipper Zero. It is essentially a randomized companion-style naming convention that reinforces that each Flipper is treated almost like its own digital creature capable of communicating with others over radio frequencies.
And you can see that it is receiving at this frequency. So essentially, we are dropped into this chat, and we're just hanging out waiting for any newcomers. You could be at DEF CON and you could have information being broadcast to everyone in the conference over Flipper Zero chats, and you could have different frequencies for different villages. So let's go ahead and bring another Flipper Zero into the chat. So over here on the right hand side, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to run the sub gigahertz command followed by the chat sub command. I'm going to specify the same frequency. If you were to specify a different frequency, they would not be able to find each other. The key to this is being able to operate on the same exact frequency and to be in range of one another. So I'm going to run 915 followed by 6 zeros. and 0 for the internal antenna. Now watch this, watch what happens when I hit enter. So you see over here on the right, I'm now dropped into a chat, and then over here on the left, I get a notification that this particular user has joined the chat. How cool. This is just so incredibly cool. It's just so incredibly cool in my opinion. I cannot get over how cool this is. We have two Flipper Zeros communicating with one another via sub gigahertz inside of the terminal. It doesn't get much more hackerish than this. This is it right here. The first thing that you might do, hopefully if you have respect for your elders, the first thing that you might do is to run hello world. I'm going to type hello world, hit enter, and you can see over on the right hand side, this Flipper Zero has received my message. Over on the right hand side, I'm going to respond by saying hey, and as you can see, we now have communication flowing between both Flipper Zeros. As cool as this is, we are not using encryption. So that means that somebody with the technical know-how can 100% eavesdrop on our conversation. So I brought a friend to this party. That is, of course, the HackRF PortaPack running Mayhem firmware. So I'm going to demonstrate for you the implications of doing this without having encryption enabled.
Following demonstration is performed on personally owned devices in a controlled environment in order to demonstrate why unencrypted wireless communication can be vulnerable to interception and replay.
I'm going to power on my HackRF. I'm going to click on capture. I am capturing on the same frequency as this chat, the 915 megahertz frequency. Now, as I am capturing with the HackRF, I'm going to type the message, meet me at the lock picking village. And then I'm going to hit enter. And back on the PortaPack, I just captured that transmission. So now I'm going to navigate back out, and I'm going to go to replay, and I am going to replay that capture. When I press play on this HackRF PortaPack, it is going to replay that transmission back into the air, and you're going to see how incredibly easy it is for somebody with one of these devices to impersonate a Flipper Zero user. So let's go ahead and click on that particular transmission, and I'm going to press play. And as you can see, the transmission was successful. And as you can see, the transmission was successful. This is what is known as a replay attack. This is your classic replay attack. And by doing this, we literally were able to impersonate one of these Flipper Zeros. So in the next video, we're going to take a look at how we can use encryption and still be able to use our Flipper Zeros for offline sub-gigahertz communication.
So this is going to be a lesson on why encryption matters, even when using devices like the Flipper Zero.
Quit the job, burn the bridge, no plan B in sight. Bet it all on a vision, now I grind every night. Fridge getting empty, but the dream's still alive. Fresh forensics in my chest, that's the reason I survive. No safety net below me, no hand to hold tight. Just discipline